What is going on, guys? Crucible here, and we're going to be doing the breakdown for the brand new Legends Limited Perfect Cell and the EX Gohan. The DBZ space for Legends, the website, for whatever reason, they didn't get a chance to upload anything up to their site. So it's going to be an interesting morning of recording. Let me just say that. So yeah, let's just jump into their kits, see what they kind of do. And I'll try and cover I'll try and cover some stuff that's getting added to the game or changed to the game, but yeah, let's do this. So Cell, we're gonna display at max stats. So here's his stats. So less than 2.5 million is a little underwhelming. And I mean, the strike attack is 255, blast attack is 245, and the defenses are about 165 each. It's the numbers for his stats aren't that impressive. However, I did look at their kit last night. I didn't want to spoil myself, but I did. These numbers don't mean anything because his kit is stupid. His kit is absolutely stupid. So let's go into his stuff. So his strike doesn't do anything interesting. His blast doesn't do anything interesting. Stinger Assault, it's teachable for Shallot. 40% to special move damage for inflicted for 3 timer counts and blast armor. So that's a nice little trick for Shallot to learn. Hell Drivers is green card. 15% to damage inflicted for 20 counts upon activation. And then on hit, his unique gauge increases by 30. His restoration, his vanish gauge goes up by 70. And then he reduces enemy ki by 70. This is a damn good green card. Like, every single time that it hits, he's going to gain vanish back. He's going to increase his own unique gauge. Reduces the enemy ki by 70, which is very detrimental. That's really, really good. It's almost crazy. And then the Solar Kamehameha then deals supreme impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts. Nullifies enemies. Restore health when it reaches 0. So nullifies endurance on hit. So that's not real. So these are really good. The green card's really good. The blue card's good. The ultimate attack is decent. But wait till you see what the actual kit does. The actual kit is nuts. So main ability. Draws ultimate card Solar Kamehameha next. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 30. 30% health is really good. Ki by 30 it's good enough. Again, you really only need enough to do the ultimate attack. So applies attribute upgrade minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut to self for 20 counts. Wait. Applies attribute upgrade minus 50 for okay. So you're giving yourself damage cut for 20 counts. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 80 to health restoration for 40 counts. It's a pretty good main ability. More so for the disruption factor than anything else, but still very, very good. His Z ability will be regen, android, and powerful opponent, strike, attack, and defense. It'll be regen, and I think it's regen and android at 2 and 3 stars, and then at 6 stars, I think is when powerful opponent gets unlocked. So there's that. I'm kind of surprised by that, by the way, because we kind of all figured that they would follow the trend of Saiyan Saga, and he would be buffing Cell Saga, and that doesn't seem to be the case. So, it's an interesting choice. Alright, Life or Death Battle. His first unique. This is the thing that's going to make him crazy. So, 30% damage inflicted to Hybrid Saiyans. 20% damage inflicted against Hybrid Saiyans or Saiyans, and both are non-cancelable. This is perfect. it's perfect. No pun intended. But yeah, so Hybrid Saiyans are finally getting adjusted, but that's not all he does. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, this guy is the Gohan killer. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. 80% to damage inflicted. Reduces damage by 40. -3 to arts cost and permanent card draw speed by 1. And then, that's all non-cancelable. Then, every time he faces with an enemy, he restores his own ki by 30, 10% to damage inflicted for 15 counts, inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade plus 15 to special move and special arts for 10 counts. Again, really good disruption with the plus 15. More ki restoration, more damage inflicted. So you're talking what? You're going up against hybrids, so you already got 80. You got 50 here if you're going up against hybrids. That's 130, 140. And then when this character meets up against a revival character and the revival health reaches 0 and revives, you reduce the enemy's Dragon Balls by 4, reduce their ki by 100, and minus 150 to ki recovery. Your opponent's going to have no ki to recover. Like, it's going to be so slow to bring that back, for at least when they initially come back. Like, it's really... That's a really, really good effect. Revival Gohan is... but both Revival Gohans, actually. Both Revival Gohans don't stand a chance. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. And the second ability is pretty good. It's not as good as that first passive, but it's pretty good. Nullifies abnormal condition paralyzed, so that he can't get paralyzed, which is good. Would be nice if he like he didn't get faint, but I guess the paralyze kind of makes sense. Do any of the Gohans paralyze? I don't think so. No, I don't think they paralyze. Interesting. Applies the following effects to the enemy when changing cover. Reduce Dragon Balls by 1, which activates twice. So you're removing 6 Dragon Balls, by the way. On cover with cover change. I mean, and the revival mechanic. So that's crazy to think about. Also randomly destroys 1 card. Knocks back enemy to long range if the cover changes on a blast attack. And that's comboable with special arts and move arts. While this character is on the battlefield, restores unique gauge according to ki charge time. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Activates once, and these are permanent buffs, I believe. So he restores his health by 20%. 50% extra to damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 15%. -3 to arts cost, and then 50% to ultimate damage from that as well. So before you pop the ultimate, you definitely want to get the unique gauge up. You definitely want to make sure that you spend the time to actually do that, because look at all this damage this guy's gonna be getting. 50% here, right? So you're getting 50 here. You're getting 50 from the hybrid buffs. You're getting 10 from here, so that's what, 110? 110, and then you're getting a permanent 80% as well when the battle starts. So you're getting 190% damage inflicted, and then and then you got damage reduction too. You got 50% for 20 counts here. Reduces damage received by 40, so you got what, 90 there, and then you get another 15, so you get 105. You get 105 percent damage reduction, which is nuts to think about. And then 80% ultimate damage, -6 to arts cost total. Yeah, this guy's gonna destroy. Hybrid, I'm not gonna say that this guy by himself is gonna handle the hybrids meta, but this guy is a really, really good, this guy is a really, really, really strong start. the fact that you're running him on Android, you got 3 teams this guy can run on. You got powerful opponents who has the grade 8 Vegeta, by the way, who also has he also has anti-revival mechanic debuffs. So you gotta think about that too. You got powerful opponents, you got regen, and you got androids. It's 3 teams that can make the meta that will absolutely start running the meta. You'll start seeing those teams a lot more with this guy. So very, very cool sell. I'm actually very excited for him. And I don't main androids or regen. I have a good and powerful opponents team, but that's neither here or there. So all right, let's look at this Gohan quick, just out of curiosity. So stat wise, he's got decent defenses, nothing too crazy. His attacks aren't great. It's like they do okay. He's a range type, so the fact that his range type affects his blast attack is actually pretty interesting. Nothing on his strike, nothing on his blast. You got Super Kamehameha, which downgrades 20% of blast damage received for 15 counts. And his green card restores keep, draws a blast arts card, restores own key by 40, 20% to blast damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Nothing too crazy there. His main ability, ooh, oh god. His main ability draws a special move arts card next, restores key by 50, restores his vanish gauge completely, 100% to blast damage for 20% to blast damage for 20 counts, and then 80% to the next special move damage inflicted. That's not a bad main ability for an EX unit. That's a lot going on. And he buffs hybrids and Sun Family by 32%, but it's blast attack and defense, which honestly is also not good because I think the majority of hybrids is blast, so that sucks, but is what it is. Applies the following effects to self when he enters the battlefield: 50% to damage inflicted, can't be stacked, reduces damage by 30 for 10 counts, nullifies attribute downgrade for 10 timer counts. And then plus 50 to own key recovery for 5 counts when key is 50 or lower after using an arts card. Interesting. So I'm guessing that stacks then. You could probably get up to like maybe 100% or 150% on that. That's interesting. Hopefully this guy doesn't have card draw speed, which I don't think he does, but applies the following effects to self according to the number of remaining enemy battle members when this character enters the battlefield. 60 per when so when your opponent has 3 enemies, he gains 60. When he has 2 enemies, 30. And when he has 1 enemy, 20% to blast damage for 15 counts. And then restores ally health by 15 when this character is defeated. Okay, so I thought initially that this was going to be a last stand unit, and I'm like, why? But I guess him being an early sacrifice is nice, because you get the 15% buffs. I just kind of like, well, I guess they did it. I guess they did it to obviously for the hybrids meta. Like buffing your allies is not a good idea. So, yeah, this guy. I don't think this guy's gonna make or break. I think Zenkai 7 Trunks is still gonna be the best blue on this team. I don't think this guy's gonna replace him in any way. But if you want to run a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan team, now you have an option. Now you can do that. So, one last thing before we end here. Let's go to news. There's a couple things that they announced. There's going to be a new World Challenge raid coming out this weekend. Obviously, the new banner is out. There's limited shop items, but this is interesting. So they are updating some events. Current players that currently have access to these events may lose access temporarily. I don't know what this means. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see. They're gonna make adjustments to the Ultra, Vegeta, and Goku events. You will now be able to you'll be able to upgrade them easier, which is nice. It's really nice that they're adding that because the Vegeta Z power is missing from the shop. which normally they would have probably added it by now. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that was prolonged, but at the very least, now it's going to be at least we'll be able to grind up the ultra characters if you haven't been able to do so already, which is really nice. There'll be a daily stage to get Z power and souls for them, which is nice. And then changes to the number of each soul that can be attained in Battle Bonus 1 is also really good. I'm hoping they kind of double that, because doing Bonus Battle 1 to get the Battle Souls 1, the Tier 1 souls is kind of annoying. So it's nice to see that they're doing that. And then yep, and then they'll adjust the exchange lineup for the weekend medals, which is nice. So yeah, will be interesting to see how all this stuff changes. Looks like it's gonna be it looks like the stuff's gonna be updated sometime after next week. So we'll see what they do with that. But that's gonna do it for the breakdown video, guys. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. We'll be doing the summoning video right after this. So the might not be a thumbnail for the video. I do apologize if that's the case, but there's nothing up on DBZ Space, and there's nothing I could really do about that. So yeah, I will let you guys know. So thank you guys again. I will see you guys in the summoning video. Peace.